I might as well give him a little. Get it like this. Yo, why should I have to explain the they to them when the they them came to refer to master them? Where Republicans act all done and then condemn using pronouns apparently grammar offends them. Look, it can be single or plural. Let me paint the picture. Better yet, a whole fucking mirror. It's basic grammar. Yet they saying the shit ain't normal. A teaching moment. What I say to you is fact is informal. Look, a pronoun is a noun to replace. Yes, a phrase, so you don't have to repeat the name. And this is why people say terms like he, she, or they. And this is why they, as it means to swing out the way. As for me, yes, my pronouns are they and them. Occasionally he for safety, but rarely use him. I'm not a she either, even though I tend to them. And this has been my TED Talk for pronouns and them like this. I always been me, I always been I always been them. Don't call me no he, don't call me a she, yes I am them. A little bit math, whole lot of spell, sprinkle a bit them. Niggas claiming they him, nah, I'm they them. Always been me, always been I always been them. Don't call me a he, don't call me a she, yes I am them. A little bit math, whole lot of spell, sprinkle a bit them. Niggas claiming they him, nah, I'm they them. Just a simple freestyle, mine. This is my forte podcast. Episode 1, we're gonna go down like that. Y'all already know what it is. My name is Brinn Major. I am the student council of the library. I already know what's happening there. But this is a special podcast for multiple reasons. Because we are getting to the season of the year, which feels like the queer Super Bowl in this month, y'all. This is Duluth-Superior Pride. This is a vibe that I have so much love for, so much enjoyment, and so much energy when it comes to this time. Even though I will probably be running up and down throughout Duluth and Superior this entire time, it's going to be super fun just to be part of it. But what's the best way to kick off Duluth-Superior Pride? We're only a week away, y'all. As of you all going to be watching this is going to be Sunday when y'all watch this. So we're going to be about 4 days from everything from there. But without any further ado, I'd like to give a shout out and a warm welcome to our co-chairs of Duluth-Superior Pride, Kristy Johnson and Dale Haven.
Hey, friend.
Hey, how y'all doing, by the way?
We're doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah, good. Can't believe it's a week away, but we're excited.
You're telling me. It's crazy.
Less than a week.
Someone heard you, Del.
Well, that is our Pride mascot, Sal.
Yes, this is Sal.
Hi, Sal. That one always be barking at me over at the bar. I'm not gonna even front y'all.
Well,
you just gotta pay extra attention to him, and then he loves
just saying hi.
I do, and I pet him all the time, and he still be growling at me like this. Why aren't you petting me more? Like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you change outfits and hair so much that he's not sure if it's
Maybe.
Golly. That is true. In my normal life, I'm bald as hell, y'all.
You are a chameleon when it comes to being Octavian Brinn, so Sal just might be confused.
Yeah, it could be. That was what happened with one of our executive members, Nicole. Like, her dog was bark at me all the time, but ever since I became Octavian stuff, I think the dog got used to me and now recognizes that I'm Octavia when I'm in mass form. So it's just like a whole different thing. I'm like, this dog actually likes it more when I'm feminine. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But nevertheless, though, as we stated earlier, Duluth-Superior Pride is coming up. Literally, at the time of this, we're recording this right now, we're literally a week away. Yes. But at the time of everybody who's going to be watching this, will be seeing this will be there. This will be about 4 to 5 days away. So it's going to be an interesting time. So pretty much tell us all about all the workings throughout the scene. And firstly, let's get down to the beginning of it. So, Kristy, how did you first get into Duluth-Superior Pride? Because I know you've had a longer history about this as well.
Yeah, I was co-chair 10 years ago in 2016. And then I ended up getting a job that took 50 hours a week, so I just didn't have the time anymore, and then moved away. I was gone for a while, compressing the story a tad. Back up here, and someone else suggested that I get involved, and since I had been involved before, and I have the time and sort of the energy to lend to Pride. So, and it's important to me, I mean, Pride itself is important, and having Pride every year is important. And I wanted to be a part of making that happen, especially in the year 40. It's our 40th year this year. It's important.
Heck yeah, that's going to be a question I will be getting into a little bit later down to the nitty gritty of it. Del, I will give you the same question. How did you get involved in this endeavor, with me knowing you for the last couple of years at this point?
I've been in Duluth for a year and a half.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
almost
so I've known you, Brinn, for I think it was a year ago around this time that you and I started chatting and getting to know each other. And so I first got involved with a little group called Black Boots. They're a local leather queer group in the area, helping them with events. And they were all like, "Hey, you organize things and have event history. You want to co-chair Duluth-Superior Pride?" I was like, as long as I have a co-chair, enter Kristy. Yeah, let's do it, because I know a lot about, like, I can make a million spreadsheets and documents, and I've worked a lot professionally in events, but really wanted somebody that also like knew the area a bit better than I did. And so Kristy and I just kind of became a little bit of a dream team with that. And it's been really great, worked out very well, and very grateful that I was elected to be a co-chair, and everything's been going pretty good. I'm very excited for Pride this upcoming week.
It is really good to hear that, just to see how you both united in this entire endeavor, though, because a lot of people who experience Duluth and Superior Pride, when it comes to this event, they really see the finished product when it comes to what goes on that Bayfront, the mayor's reception, the parade on Tower Avenue in Superior, all the surrounding events, from like the House of Queer events to what goes on at the main and over at both Duluth and Superior Flame as well. They don't necessarily see the behind the scenes happenings and all the hoopla that goes on when it comes to that. So my question to both of you, either one of you can answer this, is how have you managed to go through this entire endeavor when it comes to maintaining a sense of peace in that state of mind?
We actually make a really good team, because Del's strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. I've been in the area, I mean, I had lived here for 20 years before I was gone for a while and then came back. But and I've worked in at least a half a dozen restaurants and bars in town and things like that. I know lots of different people from lots of different areas of life. Yeah, can confirm. So, those connections are extremely useful when it comes to things like Pride. It's like, oh, wait, no, I know a guy that can do that, or I know a guy who can do this, or I know a couple ladies that can do this, or, whatever. And Del is an organizing genius, and like spreadsheets, you ever hold a spreadsheet, call Del.
I can confirm that on phone.
Right?
Couldn't
Can
say.
confirm. Yeah, no, but everything is so, they're so good at keeping everything organized. And do we have this, and have we talked to them, and do we have this for that, and the 20 other things that go with that, and all of those things.
I'm gonna go. This is the thing we need, and then Kristy is the person that's like, "Cool, I know how to actually find.
I know where to get that." So it works out, and we get along great. So I mean, that's
What do you mean? We don't like each other at all.
I may not be the smartest person when it comes to sarcasm, though, but I got it. I actually got it, y'all.
Obvious just for you, Brinn. That was
Thank you. That's the autism, folks. I'm gonna tell you that by now.
I get it. Don't you worry.
I was gonna say you got three of us. It's ADHD here, and
oh Lord, we just started something.
It just all presents differently in all of us, so we all work really well together. It's great.
Honestly, it's been an amazing time. To be quite honest with you all, like I've always had, like I tell people all the time when it comes to Duluth-Superior Pride and stuff, though, there's always this level of anxiety that a lot of the people within the committee feel, though. But as a person who's actually part of the chair for their first year as a member of the board, as a member at large, like honestly, seeing the inner workings of the teamwork has been stellar. It's been outstanding, and it's been huge. And honestly, you both deserve a lot of credit for keeping a lot of folks in line as well, though, in their positions as well, though, and also maintaining not only just this aspect of like, hey, we are, it's not like in a sense of authoritative, but it's a level of assertiveness that's just like, okay, this is needed. This is a serious matter. Let's get this done.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
It is great to hear.
Yeah, I think it's like it's also we have like a largely new board and like committee this year as well. So it's been great because it's a lot of people that have energy right off the bat.
Yes.
And a lot of people that have very specific skill sets as well. Like you with one of our entertainment coordinators, Issa is our drag coordinator, Nick and Elijah with like design and website. Like there's a lot of skilled people and passionate people involved, as well as like Nicole and Abby from that's been on the board prior to just kind of help guide us and what mammoth of a project we've taken on and stuff. So it's been very cohesive in that fact of a lot of great people involved in everything. And there's others that I didn't mention. Please don't hate me. We're due. It's fine. That have been heavily involved in what's going on. And it's made the process a lot better knowing, oh, here's what needs to happen. Oh, and a person that can do it. Yay.
Right.
So.
I think that's a really huge thing, is that it builds community. This is going to be a perfect segue for a Dell question, by the way. Sorry to put you on the spot, but it has to be said. Well, with the aspect of community with this whole endeavor, I know Kristy said that they've been in the Twin Ports for 20 years. I've been in the Twin Ports for about 15 myself, actually, since I was undergrad.
I've known you that long.
Yes, you've known me
you almost all those 15 years.
Yeah, about actually. Like you've known me since I was like 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so for you, Del, the question I have to segue into is like, how much has this experience as co-chair for you, even during your endeavors at Black Boots, have opened you up and opened your eyes to the community that we have here in the Twin Ports?
It has in very unexplainable ways, in the best way. So I grew up in a very like I lived inside of a rock growing up, is how I'll phrase it right here. Yeah. And so I came out about, I think it's been about 5 years ago now, as non-binary and pansexual. And my siblings are in the queer community as well. They were kind of my first introduction into it. And I lived in the UK at the time, and found a bit of a queer community, but not like a super large one. There is a large population of queer people there. It was just trying to like find the community and figure out where I fit in, with my work and other commitments. Just didn't really happen. And then I moved here to be closer to my siblings, and I found a community that loved, supported, admired, wanted them. And my first like motivation was just like to find a way to thank the community that gave my siblings a home. So that's where like my first kind of steps into Black Boots was. What I didn't realize is they were going to look at me and go, "It's your home now too. You can't leave."
And especially with the people we know in there.
Yeah, Mikey and Nick. And that's how I became a part of the board for Black Boots, which put me in a position to just get to know the community a lot more, kind of see that, okay, something that like organizations kind of need is an organized brain. I have one of those. Can I help? And so I've been involved with Trans Joy Fest and some events for Trans Northland as well, on the board at Black Boots. And then it just kind of seemed like a good progression into being a co-chair for Duluth-Superior Pride. And part of the like benefit, I think, comes with not having been here for a super long time. And I don't know all of the strife or like different history about the community. So I'm coming in with like fresh eyes kind of thing. Like I don't have any negative experiences with anything. And so I can look to see how things can move positively forward. And that's kind of an overall thing that I think helps a little bit with being new to the area, but then also having a co-chair that like knows a lot of the history too. So we can make sure that we approach things in the best way. As you know, sometimes having like people from different backgrounds help make the most cohesive team. And so, yeah. That's my question that you put me on the spot for. Thank you, Brinn.
Honestly, what you said was genuinely a perfect segue that I have to Kristy as well, though. It's only fair that I put Kristy on the spot as well, though.
I mean, go for it.
Because Del said something along the lines of having the history as well, though, and having the know all and the wherewithal when it comes to the area, when it comes to the Twin Ports. Right. So, mentioning before that, Kristy, you've been in the area for about 20 years as well. And the question that I have for you is that as a co-chair and stuff, though, and as a resident in the Twin Ports as well, like what have you seen within like the queer community from the past, and how has that been, like how has it changed from when you originally got up in the area to where has it blossomed pretty much to today?
Well, when I first got up here, I was not out. I was still married to my ex-husband, and that we're going to drop that right there.
Yeah, we can decide.
We don't need to go into that.
No, we don't got to.
No. That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway, I came out probably maybe 5 or 6 years after I moved here.
Okay.
But as far as the easiest way for me, because I was just learning about the community and everything at that point because I had just come out. But I got involved with Pride because there was some things in the that had to do with Pride the year prior, or it might have been a couple. Oh, of course, the dog. Sorry.
The dog.
Guinness toy. But the year or two prior to when I was co-chair last, me and some friends were sitting around and we were kind of complaining about things that happened during Pride. And it's like, we wish that this would have happened or that would have happened, or this would have been different or that would have been different. And I just kind of had my, put up or shut up moment, and it was like, if I want to change stuff, then I can sit here and complain about it, but that's not going to change nothing. So then I started going to the Pride meetings and ended up being co-chair maybe a year later or something like that. So looking at what happened 10 years ago and what I knew about the Pride Committee 10 years ago, and now, I mean, just it's pretty much the same as what has happened like everywhere. Trans people are a whole lot more recognized and brought to the front, and since way back when, it's been LGBT. There's a T in there, kids. Come on. And it, throughout the years, there wasn't enough recognition for that.
Right.
And that has changed, and it is still changing. And I think that that's fantastic. It's, I think, a little more open to lots of different things now. A lot of people feel more free to be themselves. I mean, you see teenagers running around with their tails in their ears and stuff, running around Pride, and it just makes me smile every time I see it, because you wouldn't have seen that 10 years ago. They wouldn't have felt comfortable doing that.
Right.
Because it was mostly a 21 plus crowd. It was and I mean, this is years and years ago. I mean, I'm not talking like last year or the year before. This is like 10 plus years ago. Right. It was typically 21 plus crowd. It was typically a little male dominated.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, whatever. We love the gay boys, but it's I look around, like last year, I looked around and there was so many different people at Pride than there used to be. And that was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. The kids with their tails and ears, and there was still all of the old crew. There was still, families, so many more families now.
Absolutely.
And little kids. And it's great to see. Because everything evolves. The only thing that doesn't change is change. I mean, and you have to roll with it. If you're not going to roll with it, just go sit down.
Absolutely. I think that's the irony about change as well, though, that the only thing that doesn't
yeah,
really is the point there. Last year's podcast was like more family. The last couple of years I've been hosted second stage back in 2022. Then I've been on the main stage area for the past couple of years as well. This, I believe, will be my 5th time. It's 4th or 5th, either way. It's a lot of numbers, y'all. But I think what's been such a blessing is just seeing the youth being more, like, seeing people being more receptive to like the youth partaking in this as well, though, and letting folks know that, hey, this is for the families. We are thinking about all of you as well, and just seeing how it's all blossoming into just like this evolution of from like what it seemed to be a bit adult oriented at one period to now being more of a beacon for everybody to partake in, which ultimately it's really just celebrating the differences of families as well too, as well as sharing being in your own skin comfortably.
Mhm. And one of the like really great things about this year, Kristy and I've talked about a lot, is we have 28 events. We counted them all up. That's happening over Pride, and we we everyone should be able to find something that they enjoy, they love. We have outdoor events, we have drag shows, we have events at bars, we have the art shows, the mayor's reception, the parade, the train, the festival itself. Like, and if not, let's plan an event together.
I mean, there's activities, there's sports, I mean,
yeah. And so
I can't think of anything else we can put in there.
All we need is a softball tournament.
We
already have kickball.
It's not softball, I'm aware, but like we have that kind of team sport play.
Yeah, we do have a roller derby thing on Sunday.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
goodness,
we also have a bike ride. We have kayaking. It's
kayaking.
Yeah, that's happening on the Monday.
Oh dang!
So Judas is leading that one without an active, and Sup for I believe. But yeah, no, we believe everyone will be able to find something, and that's just kind of been the unintentional theme of the year, which is the theme for every year. Is that like what Kristy was saying, is that we want everyone to come and feel comfortable and feel safe and feel themselves, and we have a lot of different events that will hopefully help bring that out, and people can bond together in community and just have a good time
and network and meet people and I mean, find your community. Like you were saying, Del, about being in the UK, it was difficult to find your place. With all of these different events, we want people to find their place. We want people to find their little tribe, and their little group of people that is going to be, I mean, my friends here, Brinn, you know this, but my friends here, they're my family. I mean, they're my family. And I want that for other people. I want everyone to have that, to have that support group of people that they consider family.
Which is valid too, because I think we sometimes, as a whole, can sometimes neglect the aspect of community and how much that really means to all of us when it comes to our overall evolution as human beings and how we grow and how we connect with each other, because that connection is so pivotal. And Pride, for a lot of people, like it's been, the best way to put it right now is just like a lot of people within our communities are unfortunately under attack by current regimes of national office. And right now, more than ever, it means a lot to continue to find that community, which actually segues pretty well with what I'm going to ask next, is that how, like, do you want Pride going forward as your mission, like as kind of like brief like mission statement going forward with the aspect of like community going forward and making sure that folks are finding their tribe?
I'm letting Del take that.
wow.
That has to do with stuff and planning. That's Del.
I think a lot of it is just like welcoming people, knowing that, like, I'm going to use them as an example because it's a good example. Black Boots is primarily, it's a lot of gay men. And I was like, well, I'm not a gay man. I'm not a man in general. So I'm like, how am I fitting in with this group of people? And there's a lot of diversity with gender and sexuality in this group. And the biggest thing was, sometimes the things that make us the most different do bring us together. I know that's a really cliche thing to say. Um, but I think that's where the like welcoming is. You won't always understand everything about another person, and that's fine. You can still find community in that and the different experience people have, their different passions. And so I think like my hope for Pride in general and for the committee itself is that welcome people who have passions and see how you can like come alongside them so that they can pursue that and just be understanding of each other. Um, and like as Bryn mentioned, it's a scary time at the moment, is what I'll say. And community and welcoming people in when they need it is very important. And yeah, that would be my answer to that question.
The number.
I'm going to make this a false thing as much as I can when I do this. You're exactly right. Community is very key. For me personally, I had to really dig deep into like community as well, though. Being from a originally growing up as an inner city cisgender and black male at the time, to being non-binary and queer as well, though. A lot of the time, it's just like hard to find that tribe. And having like really good people around, like as I said before, like I'm going to probably it's pretty much eating like I'm just saying this. I say it a lot, though, but I've known like really I've known people over the years, and I'm just
I just want to check. You're cutting in and out a lot, Bryn, and I can't quite catch what you're saying. And I don't know if that's just on my end, if something's bad with
No,
my speakers.
yeah, I was trying to type too,
And
but
then my brain was like, "Oh, this is pre-recorded. I can just say it." And then this it's
yeah,
it
you're
just
all.
sounded very muffled, and so I just couldn't catch everything you were saying.
yeah,
Hmm.
You know,
Okay, it's probably something
that's,
along the
oh,
lines of that. Okay,
that's better.
that's
When the
more,
microphone is closer to your face, it's better.
okay,
yeah.
that makes more sense because I think I had it like backed up for a little bit, y'all. You see, folks, this is the reason why we continue to work on these things as well, though. Even the technical difficulties are going to be on live because I don't like to be inauthentic when it comes to these things. But
Sounds.
besides the point.
Plus
I also
editing
wanted to
sucks.
hear whatever profound thing I know you were saying.
So, like I said, I'm probably beating a dead horse at this point though, but I've known Kristy for over 12 years. And they seen me as the relatively like um tiny 21-year-old entering into the Duluth Flame for like the first time, or the
Mhm.
Superior Flame hanging around one of our former coworkers, Drew, at the time. And just I think going from there around 2013, 2014 to now 2026, seeing that, and it's just really just the importance of finding your people as well. And I think the bright side about Duluth-Superior Pride and a lot of folks within the community, as well as people that I've gotten to know for the past couple of years or even longer, that have been there for that journey and that evolution. And it's been a beautiful thing just to see. And I think that's a huge thing that I really want to continue to do. Like, as I said, like my biggest mission statement for this podcast is like giving people their flowers while they're still here with us above everything else. And for the both of you, like Kristy has always been such a calming presence for me. It's always been such a relaxing presence for me and always been such a positive energy in my life as well, though, for quite some time, y'all. And it's just like having them as a co-chair though has been such an amazing time, and just having them in my life in general has always just been a bright spot of everything as well. And Dell, knowing them for almost 2 years as well, though, pulling up to the spot and just pretty much slapping Black Boots in check.
I'd
Yo,
be fine with
Like,
that.
like Black Boots, I love y'all to death though, but I'm going to say this: some of y'all niggas are unorganized as hell.
yo,
I love y'all, but I'm going to say that from the bottom of my heart. Dell kind of put y'all
oh
in,
yeah.
whip
Oh, they'd
y'all in
say the
shape.
same thing. They would say the same thing.
They will. And the thing is
Yo.
that, and it's like, it's not even me throwing shade or
No,
reading or nothing, though. That's the worst part about it. Because I'm telling it like it is, though.
Yep.
It's like I love y'all though, but Dell have whipped y'all in shape. Like if y'all compare the title ceremony from 2024 to 2025, you will understand why.
Yeah.
I digress, but
I've been told that, and I'm really, really glad and also scared that I didn't see what happened in 2024.
but real talk though, Dell, ever since they came into this mug as well, though, not only whipping folks into shape though, but still managed to have the time and the energy to be like, there'll be like moments and stuff though when like I'm working over at the main for like an event for Black Boots or for the Body Electric, or if I'm doing stuff over at the Superior Flame, whether it's kinky karaoke or drag show stuff though, Dell still has like the mindfulness to be like, is there anything that you need? Do you want like some water? Do you need a drink? Are you good? And I'm like,
Do you
and
randomly need a door person tonight? Cool.
mhm, like this, Dell will always step up for the people that they care about and for the causes that they care about. And what makes this team of co-chairs so special is that they have such a similar wavelength and mind state about the greater good of not only the people within the community, but the people within our community and the whole vision of Duluth-Superior Pride as a whole. It's it's a stellar thing. Like, although they have their different strengths, they still have that unified wavelength that's felt like for quite some time it's been missing within the community. But it's just beautiful to see, and I just wanted to make sure that I let y'all know that.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Always. My next question going into this whole endeavor is, what should we be expecting events wise to be popping off at Duluth Superior Pride? Granted, we probably aren't going to say all 5011 events and whatnot,
There
but
are 11 events.
yeah, there are 5011
Oh
events,
my
y'all. I'm not
goodness.
exaggerating.
No. Well, we're starting it off with you, which it'll be too late by the time this comes out, though, won't it?
Well, that
Yeah,
will
when
be
it
people's loss if they didn't go to what will be yesterday's
What will be yesterday?
director's set show. You missed out. It's gonna be amazing, and it was amazing.
Hopefully you went.
it's gonna be a live show though. Shout outs to our directors in the area as well. Shout outs to that queer Issa Cassadine holding it down for the House of Queer and the Duluth Flame. Shout outs to Dixie Diamond holding it down for the Duluth Flame. Shout outs to Lily De La Rue and the original Eve holding it down for the Body Electric for their show that's gonna be popping off at the main Sunday evening. And shout outs to Daddy Horrorbucks by the way of Black Boots Twin Ports and Gender Blend, who will be doing a quick pop-up show for Black Boots' event on Friday night at the main as well. And I'm already gonna be in the cut. Y'all know. Y'all already know.
You're gonna be everywhere that weekend. Everywhere.
Sheesh. You ain't
Everywhere.
lie.
MCing the festival all day. You'll be
Yes.
there on Saturday.
hmm
If you
You
see
already
it,
set a
/Brinn.
you already said a whole bunch of events that were happening, but there's all kinds of stuff. There's, like we said, there's roller derby, there's kickball, there's activities like that. There's tea parties and meetups and speed friending and things like that. There's
a bunch of art shows as well at the library, at Pizza Luce, at Zeitgeist, at Prove, and throughout Tower Avenue at local businesses as well. So lots of opportunities for the community to get involved as well. You already took the drag shows, but I'm going to say them again because I'm really excited to see.
Feel free.
We have Issa's on the Friday at 8 at Depot, then the mini one with Black Boots and Gender Blend. Then you have the one at the Duluth Flame on Saturday night, and then the Body Electric at the main club on Sunday, and a whole heck of a lot of drag at Bayfront Festival itself. So very excited for that, and just a lot of great entertainment lined up there this year. Let's see.
So excited for the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. That'll be great.
I think the only event we haven't touched on is the Foo Choo Choo train.
Oh yeah,
has been happening for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for that, with a pre and after party for that one. Oh, and the only other one is worship service, where a bunch of queer friendly and queer community churches come together to put on one Pride worship service. So that will be happening as well. And I think, and then Party X at the Duluth Flame.
Yes.
With Pride karaoke happening there as well on the Thursday, and then show tunes followed by karaoke at the Superior Flame on Sunday night. So we got a whole mess of a lot of things.
And did you mention the drag show at Duluth Flame on Saturday?
I did, yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
All of these can be found at dspride.org.
In a whole lot more organized fashion than us throwing them into the ether.
Yeah, we kind of said by like themes. But yeah, so I think the things I'm most excited about is that we have a lot of like outdoor and like physical events as well. That like Pride has had a few here and there before, but we just they all came to us to be a part of Pride, which is super cool. I'm excited for the Air Race tea party at Studio Cafe. Ooh. I lived in the UK for 3 years. I'm gonna like a tea party. I'm sorry. And then just looking at all of the drag shows, all of the bar events, the festival itself. It's gonna be a great weekend. I'm really excited for it.
I'm really excited for it as well, y'all. I think it's always just such a good energy around this time of year as well, though. Like I tell people all the time, like Pride weekend, it's if Halloween is the queer Super Bowl, Duluth-Superior Pride is like the World Cup or the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Because usually everybody is going to pull up all the stops and stuff, though. And usually for a lot of folks who are in the surrounding metros as well, though, this is probably their last Pride event of the year.
It's been something that people have said over the years that, I mean, we used to have lots of people that come up from, I'm sure we still do, but from the cities. And they're like, this is our favorite Pride because it's big enough that there's a million things to do, but it's small enough where you actually like meet people and can chat with people and talk, like Twin Cities Pride, just insane. It's fantastic, but it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And people used to love to come up here because it still has that small town, like Duluth is. It's the biggest small town ever, and people love that. It's a tourist town for a reason.
Mm-hmm. It's a tourist town. It's a college town. Usually the snowbirds pull up to the spot though during like the April to November months just to be like, hey, we're good up here. We don't want to deal with like the Arizona slash Texas or Florida heat, so we just pull up to the spot up here for those spring and summer months. But what makes Duluth Superior Pride so special, like you said, though, it's just like it's small enough where it's not like overwhelming and you're not having like a whole yes, brain stimulation is just like it's overstimulating. That's the word I was looking for.
I had a panic attack at Minneapolis at Twin Cities Pride one year. It was awful.
Yeah, like this year, I enjoyed my time performing over at Lush this year though. But like after when we went over to the block party, shout outs to the saloon and PLS, I already know what's cracking. But when we went over to the saloon and stuff though, I was there for like a couple of hours and stuff though, and I was overstimulated, combining being on SSRIs and other medications and all the other stuff. I'm like, you know what? The overstimulation was a thing, and also it was expensive. But
That's where I was when I had my panic attack. Was at the saloon.
I get it. I totally get it.
Out. I got stuck, and then I'm claustrophobic, so that was the end of that.
I gotta give a shout out to my homegirl Oggs, who was like sitting with me inside the saloon and eating and stuff though, because I needed to just not be super overly stimulated. But I think what makes, even though it's going to be so much that's going on in Duluth Superior Pride and stuff, though, I advise our listeners to make sure you're staying hydrated.
Yes, please. Eat food, drink water.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on our website, we have, if you are overstimulated, we have a list of like safe places that don't necessarily have like events happening or anything like that, but they're places that are very welcoming and are fantastic, and we love them all. And it's just some like places like Studio Cafe and places like, I don't even know, Dovetail and
the lot, positively Thursday.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. But they're on the way. Oh, look, they're in the Pride Guide too. But just, I mean, if you just want to go have a cup of coffee and just be like, okay, let's just have a minute, and have a cup of coffee and I don't know, yummy pastry or something.
Yes.
I mean, there's a whole list of places you can go do that. And at the festival, we will also have a sensory tent, so you can go like have a moment if you need a moment. So we got you. We got you.
Absolutely. So before we get ready to close things out, there's a few things I want to make sure that I asked. I know we threw a lot of information as well out to a lot of folks though, but it's good to make sure that the people know where to go to look up all this information so they can plan ahead though, because it's about 5 days worth of stuff that's going to be going on within this entire weekend, from the mayor's reception on Thursday night to the outdoors events that's going on Labor Day Monday. So my question is for the both of you, either one of you can answer this as well. Where can the folks find this information going forward?
Yeah. So everything is listed on our website, which is dspride.org. You can find all of the events, where they are, descriptions of the events, timings, if they're all ages friendly, if they have an age like limit, anything like that. And then also you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram with Duluth Superior Pride. And then various of other organizations like Visit Duluth, for example, have our events posted as well. So lots of different ways to see what's going on. Most straightforward is probably our website. And then if you want kind of just to see updates throughout the weekend itself, that would be our social media.
And you said that the website again is dspride.org?
Correct. Yep.
Perfect. Gotta make sure that folks know exactly what's cracking in these streets. See?
Yes.
There you go, right there.
See, y'all? We get it good. This is the reason why we pay the big bucks for these podcasts. Nevertheless, I can't stress enough that I thank you both for being here on this lovely Thursday evening. At
Mhm.
the time of recording this, y'all being hearing this live on Sunday. But nevertheless, this is making sure that you all know what's cracking and stuff, though. Make sure you are on dspride.org to look up the events. And my other question is the for Duluth Superior Pride, there's usually like a little like um article or something along the lines of that. The Pride Guide, is it?
Yeah. hmm So Kristy's gonna get one for show and tell. Yep. So we have a Pride Guide, which has the full list of events. Also has like a little handy map of some of the locations, our sponsors, our safe spaces. There's the beautiful Pride Guide, and we've uh, as of today have started to put those out into local businesses in the areas. All free to go ahead and grab one. They'll be available at the festival itself as well. So yeah, if you see one of those, grab one, grab a few, pass it on to your friends. Those are the safe spaces. But yeah, we'll be putting them in a like probably 10 to 15 different businesses around Duluth and Superior so that people can go and find them. So, yeah.
Absolutely terrific, and happy 40th anniversary to Duluth Superior Pride, y'all.
Woo!
I'd like to thank you both, Dale and Kristy, for being on my inaugural episode of this lovely endeavor that I'm taking on right now.
We thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you both on here. And folks, Pride weekend at the time of me doing this is 4 days away. Make sure you are planning accordingly. Make sure you are staying hydrated. Make sure you are having a safe and happy and healthy Pride. On the behalf of Kristy Johnson and Del Haven, you already know who I am. Brinn Major, aka Brinn Gordon, aka Octavia Forte, aka your number one choice as the DJ in this area.
Yep.
I'm signing off. Farewell, folks.
Thank you, Britt. Bye.
Thank y'all. Ah, yes.